5 footballers who refuse to retire. Who says that football is the sport of the young and the restless only, while a majority of sports fans claim that they appreciate only the young blood on the ground? These footballers are there to prove you wrong. These players fear no boundary of being judged or being bashed by the public for still representing their countries or their football clubs, despite their age. They play their game without caring for any stereotypes and fear no one. So, here are 5 footballers who refuse to retire until today. Number 5. Nene. Being a football fan and not appreciating the game of Nene seems quite unusual, right? This Brazilian player is one of the most versatile forwards that the country has ever seen. He debuted in the Brazilian football scene along with Santos in the year 2003, although many of you might already remember another name which debuted along with the Stairs in the same place, which is Robinho. At that time, Robinho was far more appreciated as a player than Santos and Nene combined. Everybody in the Brazilian football scene went crazy over Robinho and had neglected Nene in a lot of the games, which would have given him a much stronger head start. This went on for a few years until the scene turned upside down lately. Brazilian football has a very weird scene where the players often debut in their latter teen ages. As soon as they start to understand the game, reach the peak of their game at the age of 23 or 24, and then disappear into thin air mostly when they're around 30. This has been the trend that is going on for quite a while now, but Nene has seemed to defy everything on his way. Although Robinho was much more popular back in their debut days, he was already retired at the age of 37 due to fitness issues. Although Robinho was also involved in charges as a sexual offender, which we won't dig into right now, even if he was free of the courts, we bet he wouldn't be as good as Nene right now. Meanwhile, Nene, who is at the peak age 40 right now, doesn't seem to slow down at all. He has played over 700 international matches, including football club matches. His 3 years at PSG are extremely memorable, and he was appreciated like never before. Even today, he is 100% attentive on the field and doesn't miss a chance to kick off the ball directly to his teammates. Although right now he has returned to his old FC Vasco da Gama and his pace has seemed to slow down a bit as compared to his PSG days, Nene doesn't seem to slouch at all even after all of these. We hope he continues to play as soon as his body allows him to without outworking himself. Number 4. Joaquin. Another 40-year-old right winger who just won't retire or keep down his football shoes anytime soon. Joaquin has postponed his retirement quite a few times now, but he claims that this season is going to be his last one. Well, fans and even we certainly do not believe that because we've heard it quite a couple of times now, and we firmly believe that Joaquin isn't done with football yet. Speaking of fitness, Joaquin is as fast as lightning even at the age of 40, so why would he put down his football shoes at any moment now, right? He has been the captain of RB for 9 years now, appearing in more than 30 matches as the captain, which is the most for any player. Joaquin also holds the record for the most number of appearances in La Liga, even more than Raul. It is quite commendable because Joaquin took a break of straight 9 years from the tournament and managed to catch up and has proudly earned this Guinness record. And apart from his commendable fitness, Joaquin is a fantastic leader, so even if he's benched for a game, it is his game plan which the players follow throughout the game. He's one of the most brilliant right-wing players that the club has ever seen, hence, huge respect for him. Although if we were also that fit and fast at the age of 40, we would have not considered retirement anytime soon, would we? We wish that he doesn't have to retire quite immediately because he's one of the best captains that exist in any football club. Number 3. Gianluigi Buffon. One of our favorites on the list, Buffon is one of the greatest goalkeepers that football has ever seen, at least in our opinion, although he's not the oldest player on the list given the fact that goalkeepers are often seen to have the longest career in terms of longevity. His reflexes are as fast as they were 10 to 20 years ago. Youngsters always admired his game, and there is not even a single reason to deny the fact why Buffon isn't the greatest goalkeeper of all time. With fast athleticism, amazing reflexes, and quick reactions, he keeps the ball out of the net quite successfully. Although these days, his pace has been decreasing slowly, he still manages to keep the ball out of the net even today. It explains his 137 humongous goals in the Champions League, as well as why he won the IIIF Goalkeeper of the Year award in 2017. One of the major reasons why he is refusing to retire is the biggest cup of European football, which is the Champions League. It is quite obvious that he opted out from Juventus to join PSG and then later left PSG for Juventus once again, when everybody rumored about his retirement. It is quite obvious that Buffon doesn't even want to give up yet, without having his hands on the biggest cup of the European football. His fellow goalkeepers, who were at the top of their games, along with Buffon back then when these guys were debuted, have already taken a backseat long before, but Buffon refuses to do so. His wife has revealed that every year during his last match, Buffon expresses to her that this was his last tournament before he changes his mind once again before May when the next tournament starts. Although officially Buffon has not released a retirement announcement yet or any time in the past, it is believed that he would give the European Cup a last try during the season before he finally takes the back seat. Number 2. Sebastian Abreu. Also known as the journeyman of football, Sebastian Abreu is much more than that. He has played along with the greatest in the game such as Diego, Luis Suarez, and many more. Sebastian Abreu has been capped for more than 60 international matches for Uruguay. However, calling him a journeyman is a disgrace to his football career, as only 6 men in the world of football have scored more international goals than Sebastian Abreu. The reason for his title, the journeyman, it is because he has played for over 31 teams in his entire football career. Well, we think it is something in the air of Uruguay that the players just refuse to get old. For example, a lot of players who are part of the current Uruguay team are over the age of 35, and speaking of Sebastian Abreu, who is 45 already, can you believe it? A center forward at the age of 45? Well, we know that we have already mentioned his age once, but we think that 45 is a decent age to shout along with the drum rolls, isn't it? He has scored over 93 goals in all of the La Liga matches combined. So now you know why we said that reducing him just to the title of a journeyman is such a huge disgrace for this fantastic international statistics. Right now, he is part of the regional football club in Uruguay as a central forward, and his pace has not even slowed down a bit. Although considering he is already retired in terms of international matches, he still makes those goals in the regional matches in place of La Liga once in a while whenever he wishes, because he has not publicly given his retirement statement yet. And at number 1, Zlatan. Speaking of the greatest in the game, well, it will be quite unfair to leave Zlatan out of it. Zlatan is probably the epitome of the sentence footballers who refuse to retire, double quotes. His football career has been more of a cycle of getting injured, coming back, and then getting injured once again, and then coming back later. A few years back, while playing for Manchester United, he suffered severe ligament damage, which would scare footballers out of the field right away, but not for Zlatan. This incident was 4 years back, and now he doesn't even look back to those days. He has an extremely commendable record in playing for Manchester United as well as the football team he is a part of right now, which is commendable at his age. He has given quite a lot of statements about his retirement, and he says that he is afraid of retirement as he fears that he might lose the adrenaline he gets from playing football. Although a talent like him shouldn't be kept out of the field, fans are concerned regarding the tons of injuries that he faces now and then pretends as if nothing has happened. Fans fear that he is neglecting his health for his craze of football, which is also not healthy and doesn't set a very good example for the people who have admired him throughout his career. Well, this 40-year-old is soon to keep his football shoes aside after the latest La Liga. Are you shocked to see your favorites in this list? Well, these players are still in the game because they are at the top of their own tier. Even experts said that it is a stereotype that a football player should retire as soon as he reaches the age of 34 and 35, which is completely wrong because it depends on person to person and their fitness and health. Although we won't deny that we still enjoy watching these players and move around the ball in the field, don't we? Well, this is it for this video. We hope that you liked it. If you did, then like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any interesting football content your way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.